Alright everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the F1 Manager 24 Williams Career Mode. This is part number 10 for the final time in Season 1. We're here for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. If you missed the previous episode at Las Vegas, I recommend you go and check that one out before seeing this one, because spoiler, somebody crashed in front of the board because the board decided to visit. And Colapinto decided to crash, and we had to ultimately retire his car as well. So, yes, not exactly the way he'd be wanting to finish his career, because obviously he won't be at the team next season because Carlos Sainz is coming in. Straight away moving to Qatar, where it was another easy victory for Max Verstappen. Fortunately, not the best for Albon. 15th. Colapinto crashed again as well. This is just a confirmation of the driver changes. Obviously Sainz there. We've also got 4 new affiliate drivers for season 2. Pulling Hausman, Fornaroli, and Pepe Marti, of course, is the latest one. He'll be leading the team in Formula 2.
Qualifying is coming up, and the drivers will be ready and raring to go.
So into Q1 we go, and well, yeah, Colapinto currently last, not great, but he is improving. Albon not improving, he's 13th as well. I expect Russell is actually ahead, but only marginally ahead. That's a poor showing by George Russell in Q1. Up to the line for Albon, and it is, I think he remains 14th as well. Verstappen fastest from Perez, Red Bull looking good in the early part of qualifying. Colapinto on his final race for Williams is knocked out in P18. Not too bad there. We do need to watch Hulkenberg and Bottas in this second part, because obviously we're still fighting the constructors fight for P7 with so many few points between us. A P8 or a P9 could be the difference between 7th and 9th in the championship even. But yes, Albon comes to the end of the first sector here, turn 5 again. Not entirely taking a little bit the curve, a little bit wide there, as the AI usually are on F1 Manager 24, as well as we now have DRS down the about straight. I'm hoping we can get in front of both Hulkenberg and Bottas. That is really the target in his Q2 session. As well, Russell and Ricciardo will be a bonus, but I mean, those are the two that are really threatening the team, with constructors points up for grabs today as we come to the end of the second DRS straight. A little bit wide again there as well, and not persistence with the camera there as we now come through to this section again. Not taking curb, that's something I have noticed, that I don't take the esports line as well. That we've seen some drivers do that now in Formula 1, take wider lines again, not wide there at all throughout the final corner. Up to the line then for the final qualifying season, it's P14. So we're not ahead of Hulkenberg, but that doesn't matter because Hulkenberg's got a penalty, so we will start ahead of him. So yes. And Q3, it is Perez who would have had pole position, but he's also got a penalty, so Verstappen will inherit some poles. So time for the race.
Only 58 laps stand between the drivers and the checkered flag as they prepare to duel it out under the lights here in Abu Dhabi.
Now, race strategies are a little bit interesting. I've basically gone hard, medium, soft for Albon as well. There's a bit chance to push on the hards in the early stint, so I'll get that tyre out of the way. Colapinto is doing something a bit different.
It's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Put the lights are out and away we go for the final time in Season 1 here. On board with Albon, he's starting P11 as well. Ricciardo, where are you going? As well, but unable to get past Ricciardo there. As well. Trying to have a look. As he's been overtaken by Ocon, who then cuts the corner. That is annoying. Ocon's soft tyres though you know, this early phase, just got to try and do the best. Now, unfortunately for Colapinto, he's not making any progress, and that's a good dive bomb from Gasly at turn 1 to get past the Argentinian as well. Although Colapinto's going to come back at him. Yes, well, Magnussen's he's not going to get past, and also Kevin Magnussen, yes, he is going past Albon as well on the soft tyres. That's annoying. Yes, I'm hoping we'll be able to come back later in the race as well, especially at Ocon. Magnussen we're going to get back straight away. You know, we've been racing each other all season long as well, but you know, yes, I would prefer to see a bit more. But now we've got Hulkenberg all over the back of us as we go into the final sector, and Hulkenberg on the medium compound tyre has got past Albon as well, and now Albon is having real troubles getting overtaken by Hulkenberg, and now George Russell, after his the engine penalty, drops him down the grid as well. But Albon's going to come back, fair play to him. In the third sector, a lovely little move on Russell there to the man who used to have that seat as well. Perez is jumped like 12. Perez is going to go around the outside at turn 10, I think that is. Yes, I mean, he's on the fresh hard tyres, so I'm not too fussed about losing that position, but there we go. So watching Ricciardo, he's out the road, he's all by himself and locks up at turn 10, but is able to carry on as well as Colapinto then comes into the pits. 2.9 second stop. I'm hoping next season we will have better pit stops, because the sporting director, I've forgotten the name of it, the bloke that we're basically leaving. I think he's going to Aston Martin as well. I mean, they're welcome to him as well. But Albon there, well, he gets overtakes Hulkenberg. The meters must be going off, and then Russell comes as well. Yeah, Russell's gone to pit. There's been a crash involving multiple cars, and the safety cars come out. So the safety cars come out. This is a little bit annoying because Albon, it's way before Albon's pit stop, but he has to pit now. Colapinto's going to stay out because obviously as well. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes in, who is not going to come in as well. I'm going to need to try and convert these in. Is Esteban Ocon? It's one of the two drivers. I didn't actually see the replay, but I believed he crashed with Hulkenberg. So both of those are out. Ocon's been given the penalty for that as well. For goodness sake! Like I put the training on pit stop errors 8.7. This is a joke. It's worse than F124 with the pit stops. It really is. Anyway, Max Verstappen, as he does, you know, it's like F123. He's still at the front, leading Sainz and Leclerc. Perez is pitted again, so that's why he's at the back, I should point out, as well as the safety car's going to come in then at the end, onto lap 23, excuse me, as well. But we're not able to we've got the two AlphaTauris in front of us, nothing able to do there as well. And Magnussen isn't going to stay long behind Franco Colapinto. And I've loved Colapinto to hold up Magnussen, you know, because obviously, yes, he's behind us, but you know, that's a car we are racing in this race. You know, especially the fact that it's the sole remaining Haas car as well. And Perez has now got past Colapinto, as well as Verstappen and Sainz are battling for those positions. This is what happened. It's actually at turn 5. Yeah. Here's two better times. We did a lot of research. You know, I knew this was going to be painful as Sainz has come back at Verstappen, but Verstappen is not going to give this up easily. As well, Verstappen off the inside line. Norris trying to get involved as well. He decides to stay put, and it will be Verstappen who comes out on top against his former teammate. As well as George Russell Russell's caught back up to Albon after he didn't make a stop under the safety car. Albon did as well, and you know, Russell, to be fair, you know, he's had a very poor season, and that's Perez now going past Albon as well. I'm expecting those two cars to do so. They're much faster cars than the Williams. As well, as I said, a lot of preparation is going to be going into 2020, has gone on to 2025's car, and really speaking, as Magnussen locks up at turn 1, and then he decides on the very next lap to do it in the hotel section as well. So, I mean, that's Haas not scoring any points, thank goodness. Tsunoda then, oh, Yuki Tsunoda Haas have had a problem, sorry, not Haas, AlphaTauri have had a problem there with his pit stop. Fortunate for them, it's not gonna raid us, because I mean, it just puts Tsunoda behind his teammate basically, and that will be the only consolation. As well as Colapinto's about to make his second stop, but we're first going to look at Ricciardo, because Albon was moaning about being barged off, but I don't see what he's moaning about. Ricciardo on soft tyres, I think he's going to have to stop again potentially as well. So that could be interesting. Oh no. Twice! 5.7! Like, yes. This needs to be sorted for Season 2 as well. Hopefully, Albon's pit stop with 15 laps to go on set sauce. 2.7, the fastest they've done today. Yeah. Some of the pit crew needs to be either, you know, it's not for them, or they need to hire some positions where we're losing that time as well. Albon's now on the soft tyres as well. That is Kevin Magnussen as well. I don't believe anyone's going to score points, so I think 7th place is unsafe. That's a huge lock-up for Carlos Sainz there, with the smoke and everything as well. As Colapinto, I mean, I'm not going to lie, he's circling around his 17th, and that's pretty much it for him. Such a shame, you know, no points, sadly, for him, unlike in real life. You know, will we come to this point where Colapinto, as well as he's actually come up right behind Kevin Magnussen, so K-Mag pit for a final time, has come out behind him but unable to get past. Now up the road, Ricciardo has got past Alonso. Alonso's got some big engine issue, which is causing him to cause a massive train behind him. So Ricciardo's got up into P7, Alonso P8, but Alonso's going to be plummeting down the order. They're trying to go 4 wide there. There's just not room here, especially when that track narrows in the DRS zone. Stroll's got past his teammate, Hamilton's got past, so no, they've all got past. Snow's going to beat on the exit of Alonso, and he'll lose out on a point as well. Albon, by the way, actually got lapped right at the end as he crosses the line as well. Here's Franco Colapinto then, in his final appearance for Williams as well. I hope that they actually give him a proper send-off, because, you know, there's nothing for me to give him in the game. Saying thanks for filling in for Sargent. You know, he has crashed just as many times as Sargent, to be fair to Logan, but then Sargent is a bit more high rated in this game than he probably should be in real life as well. Yes, 13th and 17th. I mean, I'll take it. None of our rivals were really there, but I mean, you know, we got that target of trying to score points in half the races, which I still believe is possible by 2026. But yes, in terms of the Drivers' Championship, it's a walkover for Verstappen over Norris. Perez finishing P3 as well. Russell, very poor. 11th for Russell. His teammates finished 90 points ahead of him as well. That's a shocker for George Russell there. Albon finishing 13th. Colapinto does actually finish ahead of Sargent, but none of them score points, and in the end, I mean, Haas needed an 8th place finish to topple our position, and it does not there. In terms of the DHL fastest pit stop, we finished bottom because our pit crew are terrible. I'm hoping for big improvements on that come for season 2, and yeah, we've got a lot of work to do on that as well. But that's it for season 1. this series is now going to be taking a little bit of a break. I need to do some research on how to do modding on this game, because I've never modded the game, as well, on what mods. I'm thinking of using a lot of mods from Overtake as well. Yes, Season 2 with Science and Albon, and we've got a whole load of other personnel coming in. We'll be back soon. So yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're excited for Season 2. Let me know in the comments below as well. If you are new around here though, then of course the subscribe button's available if you haven't already done so. Until all I've got left to say is, until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.